Let me share a story with you about our first project, especially about our builder. He sent me a video when he's destroying the tiles in the kitchen, and he said if I'm not gonna send him money in the next 10 minutes, he's gonna do the same in the bathroom. We found this beautiful house, which was totally destroyed. So maybe in your eyes wouldn't be that beautiful, but for an investor, that's amazing because you're gonna be adding value, and you know it's a BRR strategy. So we found this house, and after we were looking for a builder, so we got quotes from 3 different builders. They came, and there was the one who really talked his way to us, and he built a rapport with us because he was from the same country as we were, and he started working. Everything seems to be nice, and suddenly, after a few months of working, the things weren't coming together as we wanted. The standards were low, and that was the last point when we came to the bathroom, and the bathroom wasn't even leveled. The floor. I was walking down. It wasn't even leveled. And in that point, we packed all his things to the van. We came to his house, gave him the things, and we told him that's enough. There was this and this and this happened, and now this is the last piece, and we don't want to be working with you anymore. But this, what he wanted? He wanted us to pay him around £2,500 for these bathrooms. And then we said, like, we're gonna pay you because we need to order a new builder to redone all the bathrooms because they are terrible. But do you know what he done? He made himself a separate key. There was only one set, but he made himself a separate key, which he didn't tell us. And after, he threatened. He sent me a video when he's destroying the tiles in the kitchen, and he said if I'm not gonna send him money in the next 10 minutes, he's gonna do the same in the bathroom. And in that point, I called the police. Police went there, and he wasn't there already. But do you know what? The bathroom was destroyed. There were holes in every single cladding wall, and I can send you the photos if you'll be interested, because that was incredible what he'd done. The police came to his house and they arrested him. They arrested him and took him to the station. He was there overnight for what he'd done, and we've been speaking to our solicitor, and we could press charges to him because what he'd done, because we've been on the right. But we've never done it, as there was no point. He had no money. It wouldn't lead anywhere to anything. But this was the situation with our first builder, and we actually paid him over £33,000 in period 4 months. And later on, we found out that he was lying about more things as we met another builder on the street. But the story doesn't end there. There is more. So the house wasn't finished. We really needed to finish the house in order to refinance and get the money out from the deal. So we invited another builders. Everybody was busy, and there came one lad, and he came, you know, at least he was dressed as a builder, and he has a limited company, and I was like, yeah, no problem. It's an in and out job. This is exactly his words, I remember. Yeah, this is few things needs to be finished. It's like in and out in week and a half, maximum 2 weeks. And we said, okay, we agreed on the price and on 2 weeks term. Do you know what? It took 6 weeks. 6 weeks instead of 2 weeks. And after, when we came on the inspection, it wasn't done as it's supposed to be. There were still a lot of things needed to be done. But do you know what? We ordered cleaners to come to clean the house in order to do the viewings for our possible tenants. And when the cleaners wanted to clean the house, guess what? The hot water wasn't working. And how is possible that the hot water is not working when we have a gas certificate from a gas engineer? Apparently, he was there and doing all the gas connections and the water connections, and everything's supposed to be working. So where is the fault? I invite the emergency plumber from 2 hours. He needed to drive 2 hours because I had trust in him, because I used him in multiple times in the past. So he came and he found out that these builders, they drill a hole in the floor into the pipe, and there was the biggest leak. It was going in the ground. Luckily, it didn't go under the laminate floor. It went to the ground. So that was only lucky. So he fixed it. We slept over there overnight, and in the morning there was still no pressure in this boiler. So we checked the radiators, and every single radiator was leaking. After, there came his friend who was a gas engineer certificate, and he came and he said the connections what are there are actually illegal. So we start guessing this builder if any gas engineer was actually over there, or it was just someone who put the radiators on, connect everything, and they just fake the gas certificates, because this is exactly what happened. So we told him we're gonna pay him the money what we owe him minus the damages, because we needed to call the extra plumber. I had to close the cafe and go work there. So minus the damages, so we're gonna give him the remaining balance. Do you know what he said? That he wants this money, otherwise he's calling a debt collectors. And this is exactly what he'd done. He called a debt collectors, and they were threatening me. They were telling me that they know where I live, and they were doing threats like that. And me and my wife has been very scared, because it never happened to us in the past. And I went to the solicitor, and I told him everything what happened. I showed him all the evidence. We had a lot of photos, a lot of videos, because we went to the random checks in the past. So we had a lot of evidence what happened, a lot of messages, bullshit us, and we've been in the right again. But this debt collection and these threats were going maybe for a year, and solicitors said that they have no grounds. Debt collectors have no ground at all if it's not through the court. So we leave it like that, and after the year probably, he stopped sending us the messages and emails and threatening us, and at the moment it's quiet. But this happened in our first house. And why I'm saying that, because when we started this property journey, we went for a one training and we paid money. It was very basic, but they offered us to go to this big academy. And it was crazy money, like 35,000. I don't know where I would take 35,000 for academy like that. And I really don't understand why people pay so much for the training. Anyway, but I realized that if I would have someone who would guide me, I wouldn't do those mistakes, because now I know what went wrong and where I should be more careful. And this is exactly why I'm doing the coaching. I want to help people to don't do the same mistakes as I did and get much faster to their goals with less mistakes, so it means less money lost. So if you would want help, you know what to do. In the description probably on this YouTube channel, you can find a link where you can book a 30-minute strategy call with me, and I can help you to speed up the process, to don't do the same mistake as I did or worse mistakes, because in that house we lost over 15,000 pounds, and there was more things would happen. But that will be probably on another video, or maybe if you will meet up in person. That's it, guys. That's it.